Welcome on my channel. Peace and blessings to everyone. So we know that most of the time Jesus has told us quite a number of time in the Bible that stay away from idolatry, stay away from any kind of immorality, any kind of adulterous situation, any kind of addiction, whether it's liquor addiction, any kind of addiction. He has taken a lot of time to stay away from all these things. So because why these things and situations, or you can say that why this type of, sometimes it is saying that sometimes he also say that some people come also into our life. Why this is just to make us understand that not everything is meant for us and not everything is good for us. As we know that in Corinthians, where Saint Paul has said a lot of time that everything is good for my health but everything is not lawful. Okay, so food is made for the body, but if I overindulge in food, my stomach will be upset, I will get sick most of the time, I will become an unhealthy person. I'm just giving you an example, it can be anything. So you understand one thing, what Jesus has said, that most of the time he never said do it little, do it less, nothing like that. He said that stay away from all those things, stay away, these are the temptations, that is devil is trying to pull you out from your rut, and he is trying to tempt you so that you don't follow God, so you don't follow his path, so you lose your faith in Jesus Christ, so you don't become somebody who God wants to be. Instead of that, you become a failure, a total failure. So you lose your self-worth, you lose your dignity, you lose your you lose your morality. Everything whatever you do, you should be do according what this material world is doing. But understand one thing, some people, I'm not saying some people get easily carried away by the temptation, but I'm not saying everybody. Many people are in this world also, they are trying to control their temptations. It's a very good thing that those people who are at least trying to control their temptation. But Jesus is mainly saying a lot of time that not to get tempted, because why he is saying that, when you will follow this material world, when you follow your desire, the desire that this material world is bringing in your life, after a few days all you will get is become upset about your life. Nothing gives us peace. We feel like maybe this momentary pleasures will give us peace, but genuinely it never gives us peace. The thing is like that we are seeking happiness, but because the happiness is very much not related to what my the happiness basically is not related to how I feel from inside. But it most of the time I have seen in lots of people, happiness comes when their ego is happy, when their ego is satisfied. If when they get the proper acceptance by the society, when they get, otherwise they are becoming sorrowful, they become sad. So for that reason, if they have to lower their standards also, they are ready to do that. So Jesus is saying that why you need to lower your standard by doing all sorts of immoral things, why you are getting tempted by all the evil things that you know very well in your heart what you are doing in your everyday life, that you are being carried away by the all the alcohol, your drugs, or any kind of sexual immorality, or any kind of, those who are married, probably you are beginning to fall out of into some kind of adulterous situation. Whatever, it can be anything, it can be a mobile, it can be a TV, it can be a video game, whatever it is. God is saying why you are getting yourself involved into such, why you need to lower your standard. You need to understand that your self-worth is important to you. You don't need to do you first need to understand very well that Jesus has always told us that what we fear is nothing. It's not the acceptance, it is not that we let me tell you something, like I'm getting is like, it's I have all these things in my mind, but I'm just trying to say it. Let me take this in a way, like when we are sitting alone in a room, take it like this way, and you have nothing near you, nor a phone, nor a TV, or a computer, nothing else, and you are being told just sit for 5 minutes in a room without any of these things. Okay, so I can tell you very well that you will become frustrated, you will become vulnerable, because you have nothing in near your hand, near you. You are not nor your mobile is near you, neither nor your or your gadgets, any kind of gadgets. That is nothing in front of you, and you have been told to sit in a in your room for 5 minutes without any of these things, without any of this distraction in your life. But I will say, I can guarantee you, you won't be able to do that. Why? That is why, because Jesus is saying that this is because we are always being tempted by all these things. We never ever focus that what we desire in your life. We feel that, what we need in our life is some external validations in our life to feel great about ourselves, about our self-worth. But Jesus is saying that, this acceptance, this rejection, what we fear is basically nothing. But if you can focus within yourself, one day ask yourself what is your fear is. Basically, we fear, the fear that is in our heart is the fear of rejection by the society, that what if I'm not accepted, what my work is being rejected, what my everything, whatever I do in my life is being rejected. This fear of rejection is this is making you to do some kind of work, some kind of things in your life which you are feeling regret later on in your life. If you are involved in some kind of reckless activity, any kind of addiction, any kind of things, tell me for once, how most of the time you feel when you, after suppose you take an alcohol or take drugs or cigarettes, any smoking or doing any kind of reckless things which you know very well is not for good for you, but you are doing that thing. Or you got into some kind of relationship, being in a relationship with one person, but you have committed being in a committed relationship with one person, but you have pulled yourself to other relationship. I know for the time being it feels good for you. Every kind of addiction feels good for the first time, but after a few days you're going to realize the guiltiness, the that is the feeling that is coming to from within inside, that is making you irritable. Neither you are getting any kind of peace, nor you can tell anybody what's going in your mind, what you are doing, because you will be hiding those things from other people. And most probably what you are doing is, when any people come near you, most of the time you are getting irritated. Did you ever try to know why this irritation is coming to within you? This irritation is coming because you know very well what you have pulled yourself into, what you have got involved into. You know very well. That is why Jesus is saying that, understand, this is the trick of the devil, to make you understand that you cannot live alone. The thing is, we are never alone. Why we feel alone? Because we feel that our self-worth, we feel very bad of ourselves. We feel like most of the time we don't, no, not most of the time, we all wear a facade, we all wear a face mask, and whenever we go that near everybody, we just put that face mask because we don't need to appear as somebody as vulnerable about our emotions. So that is why we always put our mask. But remember one thing, Jesus is saying that you don't need to put the mask on your face. Understand one thing, that the way you are feeling, if you are feeling vulnerable in your situation, if you are feeling that you have to always depend on other, you are feeling that you are rejected, whatever you are doing, however situation comes to you, if most of the time if you are feeling that I cannot do things because all I know that I'll be rejected, because why this fear of rejection is coming inside you? Because you never accepted the way you are, good or bad. Understand one thing, the things which you are calling weak, what is weakness? Should we call the fear, the anger, the guilty, the feeling frustrated, are they weakness? No. Understand one thing, these are not the weakness. We are viewing this as a weakness because The society has made us believe into think that these are weakness. When you know very well, if somebody tell you that you are a very fearful person, you get angry very easily. Understand that thing, that we all have this issue within us. We all are human. We every human have this issue of getting anger. Every human has this characteristics, or this personality of getting fearful. Each and every one of getting nervous, getting angry, getting irritated, agitated. Everybody has got this. All each and every one of has got are being made up like this way, with our guilt, shame, anger. So you don't need to feel yourself that these are the weakness. God knows very well that how he has created us. He knows very well these are the main things. These are, beside being a happy, optimistic person, we have got this type set of characteristics within ourselves. So he will never reject us, first and foremost. Otherwise he would have rejected each and every one of us. Each and every one of us, we all made mistakes in our life, and God knows maybe we will make many mistakes in our life. We will, till date, will never be perfect. So he knows very well, and he made us this way. So from God, it is, from Jesus, it is guaranteed that he will never reject us for that. But if you want validation from other people who are saying these are your weakness, trust me, the person who is telling you that it is your weakness, understand that person has got the same weakness. The difference is, you know how to control, or you don't know how to control. That person maybe knows how to control that emotion. That's it. But everybody has got this weakness, and we don't need to feel that shy, that guiltiness in ourselves. And basically these are not weakness. These are a point. When we have a fear in our heart, when we have anger in our heart, Jesus is telling us being angry, being fearful is not bad. Saint James has told us very, when you go through the scriptures, where Saint James has told us that be anger but do not sin. He told us why. He said, then he could have said never become angry, but he knows very well this is one of the human characteristics, that is being getting angry, because somehow we feel angry and we will lash out. But what he said, that do not do sin. I mean, being in anger, do not cause harm to anybody, don't abuse anybody, whether it's verbal, physical abuse. Don't do any such type of thing. God also knows very well that we all have this trait, but he never said that being this trait, when anger, when selfishness, or if you are hot tempered, whether you are anxious, whether whatever weakness that you call as a weakness you have got in our life, this has been given to us by God, so that we can use these things in a proper way. If you are angry, channel it for a good use, but not to take revenge for anybody, not to manipulate, not to cause harm, but channel in a more effective way. Put your anger to very good use, that from now onwards I will do so and so things for the society. I will help many people. I'm determined. Whatever I'm going to do, if I feel I use my anger, I will channel my anger to do something better for the society, or anything which you like that is not causing harm to others. That is why Jesus has said that everything that is what you are calling as a weakness, that is fear, the anger, the guilt, the frustration, any type of characteristics that you are calling weakness, it is not your weakness. It is that you don't know how to channel this characteristics of yourself into positivity. Understand what I'm saying? So if any person says you that since you are a fearful person, you are worthless, nobody is worthless, it is just that person might not also know that he or she is trying to cause us a fear, or projecting their fear inside him. Maybe that person needs healing too. But understand one thing, that these are not your weakness. This has been given to use it in a proper way. God has given this. Take it as a strength, not as your weakness. And other thing is like that, when you don't start feeling good about yourself, when you are feeling that you need to judge or criticize. So if you think that you need to judge other people, criticize other people, whatever you do in your life, if you feel like that way, understand one thing, that you might not have accepted yourself as a wholeheartedly. I'm not talking about accepting and telling to other people, see, I have changed, or I'm going to change from. No, nothing. You need to talk with yourself that you need to accept both the side of yours, your good side, your bad side, whatever you call. You accept it. The more you accept yourself, the more you will feel like you don't need to do all sorts of things in order to be seen or visible. You don't need to get carried away by the temptation that is God is trying to provoke you. I'm extremely sorry that the devil is trying to provoke you all the time. You don't need to go and lower your standard in order to be seen or visible. I mean, not seen. You will never need to feel seen and all. You will be happy and safe within your own comfort zone. So that is why then you will see that easily you are not getting tempted by other things in your life. Understand? You will see that you are not doing the thing, because, and most important thing is, know that you can handle everything in your life when you love Jesus Christ, when you have full on love for him, and when you pray to him, being obedient and disciplined to him. You see that everything what seems to be impossible, still now maybe after hearing this also you will feel impossible, but believe me, when you love Jesus from your open heart, he will guide you. He is our guide, and we all are here to guide each other so that we can learn, grow and move on. So understand one thing: if you ever feel tempted, if you ever feel challenged, and if you ever feel that it is impossible for you to control your external things, because understand from now onwards that God is only tempting you to check out that whether you are aware of your own need, whether you are focused in within yourself, do you have your own self-worth, because these are the most important thing we need to see in ourselves. Did you accept yourself the way you are? Probably not. You are going to learn. I'm not saying this is going to happen in one day. It's going to happen several years and months after practicing it happens, but you will understand. And remember one thing, don't become impatient during the transition phase. Understand this, be patient with Lord. He will guide you how to do, because something is happening in your life, and the problem that you are facing in your life, the other person will face a different type of problems in their life. Maybe you have this problem of controlling your anger, the other person have got problem of controlling their anxiety. Maybe that person overthinks, gets tensed a lot. So each individual has different sets of problems. So when you believe in God, when you love God, understand him, you will get the guidance how to get out of your situation. He will guide you personally to make out a way out from your problem. I'm just saying it in an overall situation. So you will see that from that time onwards, you will never feel this requirement to to always getting when temptation comes, because when we don't understand your value, when we get carried away by temptation, when we feel that we need to be seen by other people, we need to get visible, we need this visibility from other people, that time we get tempted, because we always have this urge that if I don't go and mingle with that crowd or that group of people or that friend or whoever the people in your life, maybe your family, friends, whoever, I'll be isolated. Understand one thing, this rejection is not the rejection by the other people. It is coming because you have not accepted yourself the way you are. When you understand these things in life, one day you will see that it is not hard for you, to sit in your own place without any distraction and being comfortable and safe within yourself. You don't need any kind of external validation to make you feel worthy about yourself, and naturally you won't ever be feel tempted by all these worthless things, whether it's a drug, alcohol, money, greed, become lover of money, and anything or any external relationship which that it's harmful for you, but you are still getting involved just to make yourself seen in the internet, so that you can brag, you can be proud about what you are doing, though you know very well it's not good for you. Then you are going to understand that then is the time when you will never feel this urge to get tempted by the by this materialistic wicked world. Hope you like my video. Thank you so much.